Bonjour! Hi! This is a recorded session from Twitch. In this episode, I'm with Json Han, who brought a project he want to show me because we're building that trivia game to play with you while streaming. Testing that project, I kind of screw up my entire environment, so we spend a lot of time trying to fix it. The solution is probably to run in a Docker container the chatbot in our dev environment, but we didn't do it. It was a lot of fun, not for me, but probably for you. If you want to join us, it's way more fun when it's live. Come, I'm streaming twice a week on Wednesday and Friday at twitch.tv/fbucheros. But for now, let's watch this session. Bonjour, hi, welcome to the stream. I don't know why I use that super high pitch every time. It's like, ugh. Bonjour, hi. I only go higher when I speak English. I don't know why. Welcome to the stream. I'm Frank Boucher, and today it's Friday, and you don't see him anymore, but soon let's go right away. Boom. Json is with me today. Hello, Json.
Bonjour, Francois.
Woohoo. So super early for Json. He's been heroic once more, and we already have a few people in the stream, so pretty cool. So Sam UK is there, Patrick Jobin is there, and of course Mr. Iros, who was the first in line, trying the bonjour hi. So welcome everybody. So today we will continue to learn TypeScript. That's the plan of the day. I think we should try to have some kind of things, like we should try to push some code or whatever inside our trivia games, because we are learning TypeScript for our game. So I will start the bot saying that we are working on trivia, but we'll see where it goes, because we're learning here. It's a friendly zone. So does the bot is working? Yes, the bot is working. So today I have a kind of a good news to share. That's kind of a show and tell. To get started, let's do that. Time, show and tell. Boom. So I'm super happy, and that's why I have a GitHub with my profile, not because I want to show off my I think it's a cool, look like I'm working, but it's because I want to share news about the AZ URL shortener, who I published, and it's now version 2. So it now supports. I'm very proud of it. It was a long time, a long way. So now it supports the Tiny Blazor admin. We have a way to manually deploy that. Super cool. It supports Azure Active Directory. So now you could have your own URL shortener for less than $1 by month.
If you're one-click deployment, Frank?
No, not yet.
No,
it's manual. I don't think we will go to one-click deployment for
That's
that
right.
one. Probably be like 2-click or 3-click or something like that, because of the nature of the new static web app that required you to fork, and like you need to change some configuration,
Right.
because you cannot do it with the ARM template. Well, maybe in the future, but right now the static web app doesn't support everything we need to do a one-click deployment. But the project is like the Azure static web app is in preview, right? So we are using early bits, young bits.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. As you know, I'm using version. I don't know. It might have been
Zero.
like
Oh yeah.
0.6 or something.
In fact, when I did the release, I was so excited that I pushed V2, and then I say, oh, I should push V1 because I did create an issue where I was asking like the community, say, hey, like how do you want to manage that? And the feedback that I had was like, create a branch so V1 could live there, and we will be able to, let's say, dependencies, we need to apply new dependencies, we'll be able to update the dependency. So like, you know, it could live longer in V1 because V1 is good. And like, for example, if you don't want Active Directory, you're poking that from like an API, I don't know, like, it's good, it's still good. Just V2 now, it's a little bit more secure, and it's just the beginning. I have so much stuff, and you had like, we have 30 issues, and most of them are like feature requests and stuff like that, so pretty happy about that. And of course the Tiny Blazor and Min website now is also possible. We'll continue to work adding the statistic in that, because that's what I'm really looking for, to be able to see the stats. And I think, but so my next work on that project, probably next, I don't know when, hopefully I can do that before next Wednesday, but next week I want to have the documentation for the how to set up your domain name. So I feel with the explanation, the documentation to do how to do the set up your domain name, to use this with like a short links like the mine that I use, now people will be able to start using it for real, not just for learning, but like, I'm learning and then I can use it. And next will be the stats, definitely. So very excited. That was my little show and tell. Do you want to share anything, Jason?
I don't have anything necessarily to share. I mean, I'm super excited for the URL shortener because it plays a role in a larger project that you and I are working on for all around Azure. Still stoked on everything that's coming together with all around Azure. One thing I guess I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it, but I already showed it to you earlier in the week. But I don't know. I was sitting on my couch just killing time, and I decided to look to see if anybody else had done trivia games using TypeScript, and started just searching through GitHub, and actually came across several different repos. So I had found one that was TypeScript with React, and it was using the Open Trivia API. Anyway, got it to deploy locally on my machine. Worked great. It really got me like fired up, and also got the gears like turning on some of the things that we're working on for this. So I don't know that we need to show it off, but I thought it was interesting that there's other projects out there that we could at least go take a peek at and see how people are, I guess, solving problems with all this. Some of the same problems that we might be coming across.
Yeah, definitely.
TypeScript.
Was it in TypeScript, the one you found? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's TypeScript and React.
Okay, because I remember you told me it was React, because that's a framework for the UI. But yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, we could look at that, or do you want to start looking at this, or because let
me find the repo real quick,
okay,
and we can take a look at it.
Yeah, so because I thought we could do like part of the stream continue to learn TypeScript, and I would like maybe to start creating the classes and stuff like that, just to have some kind of a project. So I was thinking maybe we should look for the TypeScript, like how they structure the project. Like I'm used to have a structure project for .NET, like with this kind of structure, but like in TypeScript I have no idea.
Yeah. It just dawned on me because I remember I was telling you I tried to deploy it to Azure, and to do that I needed to fork it, or not. Sorry, that's not why I needed to fork it. I was first messing around with this repo in Codespaces.
Yep.
But to deploy in Codespaces and be able to do everything you have to fork it. So I did fork it. If you wanted to, you could go to my GitHub account, and you can see it right there at the top of my repos. If you go to /JasonHand.
So which one it is?
Should be that TypeScript trivia time. If you go into the repos themselves.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming I should go to the initial one, or you did change something. Maybe
Either
if
one. Yeah, the only thing I changed, I like swapped out a PNG file for the all around Azure logo, and I shortened the game from 10 questions to 5, just to play around with it on my own machine. But otherwise, it's the exact same code base. You could go take a look at the original.
Is it the phone game?
Not necessarily, but it looks like it's designed to be, you know, played on anything, any device. But I've been doing it just in my browser. It doesn't necessarily adjust, you know, like it's not fully baked in terms of CSS and responsiveness and all that kind of stuff. It's more about how it goes out and it hits the API and then pulls in a JSON file of all the questions and the answers, and then does its own calculations, I guess, in terms of, you know, did you get it right, and how many did you get right out of the total questions, all that kind of stuff.
Just looking, there's no big structure also, like it's...
Yeah, I don't think we're going to learn a lot just in terms of, like, this feels like a very early project. First, you know,
someone just poking around or doing a demo or something
very much
like
like
that.
what we're doing. It's very simple stuff. But, you know, TypeScript is brand new to me, so anytime I see TypeScript, it's still worth, like, looking at, see if I can understand what's happening. Particularly, at least in this one, like, if we do move forward with creating an API endpoint for the game, this seems to work in a similar way as far as communicating with that through TypeScript, which might just be good to take a look at and see how that's done, which is, I think, why I started poking around in there. And then I was like, well, actually, it kind of works as is. So instead of me breaking it, why don't I just, you know, hang on to it and show you a little bit.
So I'm wondering, should I do it on my side, or should I add a new layer and share your screen? Island.
Let's do this. Let's do it on your side, because it worked fine. Pretty easy to get it going, assuming you've got Node and npm and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So let's clone that. No, fork. I mean.
I don't even know that you need to fork it unless you're going to use code spaces.
Well, if I want to deploy in a Azure app.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
No,
okay.
like I don't need. I could do it. Let's do that anyway.
I mean, I could make you a contributor into this one, but this, you know, this was never intended to be like a project. I just had to fork it to mess with it.
It's totally fine. So now I have it, TypeScript. So if I go in my Git Kraken, I will just add a new repo. Clone repo, and now I say GitHub, and I go for, and now it's loading forever because I have a lot of stuff. No, that was quick. Sometimes it's so slow. Open now. Cool. Open the project in VS Code. If you didn't know, you do Control-Shift-E, and it will open the project in VS Code.
Control-Shift-E?
Yeah.
Is an elephant?
Yep. Not like I in French. E is I. The letter E for me is...
Yeah, I remember you giving me this lesson previously.
It's confusing, but J and G are the worst.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Okay. Okay, cool. So at the... Okay, so I think I could run straight from the root. What was it again? It was TSC?
Yes.
To compile?
TypeScript compile.
Yeah, because the file TypeScript compiler was at the root, but I have a bunch of errors. Oh, because I don't have materials? I don't have React. So I need to do npm install probably then?
Probably, yeah, npm install.
Let's getting there, people.
You might
Cloudies. Like I'm learning.
Node version, Node-V. See where you're at on that.
No, I'm not touching the version today.
Oh wait, we already know what version. We botched that last week.
Yeah. Hey, Copper Birdie's in the house. Didn't see you there. Welcome, buddy. I was super nice yesterday. I went outside late. It was 8 p.m. I think. I did a walk with my walk, like a 5K walk with my wife, and it was 15 degrees Celsius. So it's warm. I think it never been that warm since 19 something or 18 something. Like my wife was like, yeah, it's been super long. So it's 15 degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. Is it 59?
That was today or yesterday?
Yesterday at 8 p.m.
Wow.
In November, like we had snow last week or this week, so it was 15. I was like, okay, very warm. And now I feel the pain of every Node developer because it's doing that thing.
This is how we build empathy for all the other developers out there.
Yeah, just like that's why we're chatting, people. It's freezing during the night and early morning once, and the sun is really. Oh yeah, Copper Birdie. Like here, that's what I'm kind of expecting, right? It's super cold, or like it's border 0 in Celsius, like so freezing level, and then during the day go a little bit higher, but you can still feel like the cold is not far. It's not like in summer when you have a cold night, like it's not the same cold. It's colder. Mm-hmm. Even yesterday it was 15, but you could feel that it was more chilling than like a 15 in summer. I don't know why. Like maybe it's the heart radiating cold instead of heat. I don't know. But yeah, yesterday it was very warm, and I don't know if that temperature stay or what it will look during the weekend. I didn't watch, but I would like to do a kayak ride. Now that my garage is clean, I can pick up my kayak again. I should show you. I should do a 360 picture and show you, or maybe not, because it will show everything I have in the garage. It's not good. I just want to show it's clean. Well, I like the chilly temperature because you could walk without being all sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're doing stuff outside, it's nice. If you're just want to be sitting on your patio and have a drink and chit chat with people, then your drink must be hot. But
yeah.
like if more hot tea or chocolate or coffee than a cold beer. Cold beer.
That's true. A lot less bugs out right now too. Finally.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's true. I was working, winterizing my backyard, and yeah, no bugs, no me clapping my head because you're holding something and you cannot kill that mosquito that is, sucking all your blood.
Yeah, you down in Central America, that's amazing.
That's a lot of dependencies. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Damn, like is he downloading the full internet?
This is why you ignore the node modules directory, right?
Yeah, that's why you. Yeah. You mean like your git ignore? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or Central America.
I've been to Central America a few times. Really enjoy that part of the world.
I went to Cuba once.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Before the American are allowed there.
Yeah.
It was nice. I like it. It was like I prefer more rustic places when I travel. But it was nice. I like it. It was a family trip, so we did beaches. We disconnect. Like for me, it was I just want to read. That like my purpose was like I need to read at least 8 hours every day. Like that's how I can disconnect and no technical reading, just like novel and stuff. And it was a great like it was cool. Have a little drink and. But yeah, people are strange in Cuba. I think some like not the local, but the tourists. They act strange. They like because like it's free alcohol or something. They try to get drunk at 10 a.m. It's like what? No, just like you don't. It's not because the alcohol is free that you need to drink all the time. Okay.
Yeah, Costa Rica is one of the places I've been to. I loved it there. Costa Rica, Panama, Belize, Guatemala.
Oh, the Guatemala, I like my cousin has been there. Like
I think that's it.
I would love to go there. Costa Rica is I heard
Costa Rica was
good
great.
thing too.
Did some really great snorkeling in Costa Rica.
Oh yeah. So since I will delete that soon, I won't go the npm autofix and all those things. I will delete that after the stream. So now let's try again then the TSC to TypeScript compiler. Is it TypeScript compiler? Is it the acronym for? I don't know.
I believe
Is
so.
it also make everything bigger? Boom. But did it work? I think it did.
So open up the browser in port 3000.
Oh, that's a problem. Because
That's a problem?
Yep, because I will need to change that. Because 3000 is my chatbot.
Oh, well, we should double check. I think that's the port it uses.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what happened, based on the things we learned. So it's targeting ES5, so it must script 5. And the module interrupt, the hello, synthetic, the force, the module, blah, blah, blah. And then, I don't know what this thing is. Specific JavaScript X code generation. Okay. Include. Hey!
Bonjour. Hi.
Yeah, I know. I have some dude. So I have some dude in my clouds. How are you, my friend? So Bald Bearder Builder is in the house. So that means Trouble is also there. Do you know Michael Jolie, Jason?
I don't think so.
So Michael Jolie, Jason, Michael Jolie. Jason is my co-host on All Around Azure, and Michael Jolie was a guest once. And also I'm an Azure MVP. He stream a lot, part of Live Coders.
Great. Well, nice to meet you, and thanks for being part of our show. I have a tickle in my nose. I had to keep stepping away to sneeze. Sorry.
That's fine. So what did it generate? Did it generate anything? Seems like a secret. Always knew Jason had a head in the cloud.
Yeah, always in the clouds.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to troubleshoot with you, but I got a delay on what you're seeing and what you're saying.
Oh.
Did you confirm there's a conflict on 3000?
No, right now I was just looking at. I run TSC for compiling the TypeScript. So for those who just joined, Michael, we are learning TypeScript, and we are learning TypeScript because we want to build that trivia game that we want to play while streaming. And Jason is learning TypeScript, never really code with it, just like me. And he looked and found another game, a trivia game done in TypeScript. So I said, you know what, let's have a look, and at the same time kind of practice a little bit doing stuff. So I'm just repeating this.
So I think I know the difference, or I know what we're doing wrong. Can you clear your terminal so we can get back to the top where we can see it?
Yep.
And then do instead of just TSC, we don't need to compile. Just do in. Are you in the directory? Yeah. So from right there, type in npm space start.
Okay, but I don't want to do that because it will override the.
Trigger your. Okay.
Well, it will start the thing, and right now I won't. So I'm assuming. But the TSC was to compile the TypeScript in JavaScript. Like, I didn't see any error, so I'm assuming it generates something, but I don't know where. That was what I was trying to see in the configuration. Remember when we did our stuff, we were like saying like output or public. I forgot the name that we used last week. But like we're compiling and generating the file somewhere else. Maybe it's public. But now I just want to know.
Public seems to be like where the HTML, static stuff is.
Because
That's where I changed the logo.
Yeah. So index.tsx util, like if anyone know, I love TypeScript. Yeah, so you're doing Blazor and I'm doing JavaScript. Like we inverse our role this week. So where is it define the port? Because I thought it will be in index.js, but I don't see index.js. JS manifest. Or maybe because it's by default it's there, so I need to change it.
Yeah, I don't see anything in the code that explicitly says port 3000, so I wonder if there's some way to just specify a port, like 3000 is the default.
When I do npm start, maybe I can specify that.
That I don't know.
Let's Google that. Because the chatbot, it's like my hoodie is too warm, but if I remove it, I know it will be too cold. Cross environment port, set port.
SquintDev has a suggestion for us.
Yeah, okay, that's what I just found here also. Cool, so let's do that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So is that the case? So 3000 just must be the default?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the default. Okay, so let's try that. React script? Oh, because it's React. So I was here. No? Why it's not npm? Change the script. Don't I need to do npm or node? Like, I mean, I could try that. We'll see if, yeah. In package.json. Cool. And package.json. So in package.json. So I'm assuming browse file config the start, so that thing, right? So we'll zoom and wait a few seconds. So here we have in the package the JSON. That's the configuration where you specify in a node project all your dependencies and kind of configuration from how far. Like, I'm not an expert in node. I just kind of started with the node, the chatbot, and kind of learning my way as we do things, and we didn't spend a lot of time in there. But there's a section where it's script, and that's how you configure like your start, your build, your test, all the things. And now I see the React script start, so I'm assuming I should inject here the port 5000. So I will do this, and just like that.
Okay.
Oh, one thing I should do, Jason, is share with you, not to everybody, but to you, everyone I trust. Not that I don't trust you though, but although what I could do is, I'm not sure, can I have maybe I don't know, maybe you did try that Copper Birdie or Michael Jolie. Oh, you know what, I'm thinking I'm such a bad host. I need to do a shout out. And where is this Triple B guy? So shout out to Michael Jolie, Triple B, and to Copper Birdie, who are part of the live coders. They stream, they do a lot of fun stuff. Copper Birdie these days is playing with C# and some data stuff. And Michael Jolie, it was a Blazor week, I think. He was focusing on C# and doing stuff with Blazor. Pretty cool stream, always fun. They are very, very cool to watch, indeed. And Jason, do you still stream?
I haven't been lately. I've been, yeah, as you know, kind of tied up with other things. But I'm hoping to, in the next few weeks, actually start doing some more.
So I'm doing an npm start, and I got some error. Port is not recognized as an internal or external command. Maybe a set port?
No, but you might need quotation marks. Do you have quotes?
Yeah, it is in the, so npm start specify port. So how npm start a server on port 80? So start HTTP server localhost port.
Do we have to set the environment first?
I think I could just do npm and then dash dash. Okay, let's try that. I will remove this here, and instead I will clear. Oh, I was like, what's that noise?
I gave you I found a link.
I will just try to do the npm and then dash dash port and 5000. Oh, I think I missed.
Slobs do look good, Surly.
Yeah, I try to fix it so they are a little bit more. They are moving. They're a little bit more adjust, but yeah, I want to spend some time and fix a few things. Okay, I forgot one thing. Where I am? I'm here. Let's clear that screen. I did just npm. I want npm start, and then specify the port. And it was 500. 500 is bad. I want 5,000. Still not working. Whoa, that's Shirley Dev. You know it's Shirley Dev when it's like, yeah.
So what are we doing wrong here?
Maybe I didn't save the. It's still complaining about the file, and yes, it was not saved. So let's try again.
Yeah, I was gonna say up there. I don't see where it says port.
Yay!
I don't know why. I can only think about yay. I'm wearing headset today.
Those earbuds.
Yeah, like I'm not sure is it that, but my goal was to have like everything that I push, like the music, your voice, like everything in my head, so I could feel right away, oh, my mic is too low, or like the music is too loud, or whatever. I'm far from being an expert, but I think port equals set and would. Yeah.
I feel like we do need to set the environment, or set the port in the environment.
Well, I think it would be.
Link, I see.
Yeah, but here I think that will be good now. Like what I did, it's just before I took. It was not saved in the package of Json, but now it looks good.
Seems happier.
Something is already running. Oh, so it didn't listen. Would you like to run the app on another port instead? Yes.
Is that a feature of React?
It's cool. It started at 3001.
Interesting.
All that time, and we could just have run it.
Yeah. But why is it's not working now? What's happening?
It's crap. Downloading script. Connecting. It's not working. Oh.
What's it show in the terminal? Oh, it's not running.
Yeah, it's not running. That's interesting. Okay, so let's try then to change that and do set. Whoops. Was it set port equal 5,000? It was like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do I need to put the
I don't think so.
the fuzzy, the funny?
Yeah. No, I think we're okay.
Or I could in Linux, in Windows.
That's what right there. That's what I saw, where it looked like we could just kind of set like the environment up. But since React will take care of it for us, I don't know that we need to.
Oh yeah, an environment variable declare like. Okay, let's try this version.
Okay.
And let's remove that because we know it's not even listening at it. No, does not recognize. What?
Job and PA's got another suggestion for us. Add ampersand before React strips.
All right.
What's happening? That's a new subscription, I think, or following. It's a new following. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for the following. Super happy to have you in the cloudies. Welcome aboard. So I need to save that file. I need to do a clear to see stuff. And now let's try to do npm start. And node is not recognized as an internal command. What?
You're in weeds.
Like, where do you, like, I probably typed something somewhere thinking I was typing in the node, or maybe because it's set.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have all those issues?
I didn't have to do any of this, but I just used port 3000.
Yeah. Yeah, my chatbot is running on.
Can you try it without the 2 ampersands, like it is in that one doc that we were just looking at, or that one page we were just looking at? Except the only difference on that one is it's pointing to a specific environment in the test. We definitely have Node installed because it's running the chatbot, correct, Frank?
Yeah, maybe I could do just port, then we could also try that. Right, if I do this, save that, and I'll do port equal 5000, or let's do a 3001 so it's closer to home. So that doesn't work. So it was $environment.port equal 3001. That won't work either. Yeah, because I'm in PowerShell. I'm not in.
What when it prompted you to choose a different port, did you just run npm start?
Okay, so I think like we need to have a file. If I read correctly here, it says save the file env. .env.
Mm-hmm.
So process.env. Do we have a file called process.env or something like that? Components. Assets. Nope. I'm not sure where to put that file.
Dev's got a suggestion. It says to undo the changes in the package JSON file, run npm run start and let the server start last time. I think you stopped the server by mistake.
Oh, really? Did I? Okay, so npm start.
Did you?
Nope.
Should we put the changes in the package back to include the port number, or you just want to leave them?
Yeah, it's removed now.
Okay.
Though I was still complaining, so I'm not sure. Did I corrupt my terminal? Yeah, node is not recognized as an internal. Alright. What? Let's close this guy.
I feel like every week we just we like tempt fate on what we can do to break your chatbot.
Yeah. And the chatbot also stopped, so something happened.
Got hacked by Surly Dev.
So node look like node just vanished. I'll bring that to the main screen. So the chatbot now is stopped.
Interesting.
Look like I don't have node anymore.
Okay, well we're 2 for 2, killing the bot.
Yeah, I definitely need to have it running in a container.
Maybe we need to put it in a container and or like put it on a different port, like not just the standard development port.
But it's kind of running in the chat, but it's not running here. That's interesting. Right? It still work over there, Or I just need to run it somewhere in the cloud. Like I could have it running in and just start the web app when I need it or something like that. It doesn't need to be running on my PC, though the file are saved on my PC right now.
Yeah.
So npm node is not okay. Why? There. So what was it again? It was npv, like the thing that
version?
Yeah.
npm-v.
And no, but to install it we use a different tools. But yeah, we could use npm-v npm. No, wow, np. Eventually, we'll get there, people. Node is not recognized, and it was npr and v version.
What are you trying to get to?
We use
what?
We use something to install. Remember?
npm.
No.
Not the package manager.
It's not npm. We use something else. nvm. And that's version. So I want to see the list. So nvm list.
Yeah, that's right. Selects the
NV,
version. Yeah.
Wow, I'm having so much trouble today.
Do you need to take a break? Get some coffee?
And now I'm trying to. Okay.
That looks right.
Okay, so how can I know which one is running? Ah, okay, NVM version. NVM version. But that's no, I want to see which version is set. How do you know? Okay, I want to know. Set a proxy, monitor, set npm mirror. That's not what I want to see. Must be specify, use, switch to a specific version. Set array. No, that's not what I want to see. Because right now, see NVM. But we decided we were using 14. Is it right? Or 10?
I feel like that's right, yeah.
Okay.
I remember seeing a 15 last time, but maybe that was on my machine.
Yeah, because you used the latest, and then I said we should use a long time support. So let's do nvm and then use, and then I will do 14.15.0. Okay, so now if I do npm -- version, node is not recognized. What the hell is happening?
What about, so you're on PowerShell on your D drive. This is where you work out of? This is your main development space?
Yeah, D for developer. Development dev. DDev. Let's try node.
Job and PA thinks that something messed with your environment variables. We need to check the path environment.
Yeah. and I always forget how to go there. Oh, just that, it's true. Thank you, Shirley Dev. What? In CMD? Program file nodejs. There's a lot of things here, so let's put that in a new page. And now let's do a Control H and find semicolon and replace that by dash n dash r. I forgot. Okay, let's have a look. Don't need the terminal right now. Oh, dash r was not necessary.
What does dash r do?
Like in some system you need the slash backslash n backslash r to do like a new line, new carriage return or something like that.
Return. Right. Yeah. Okay.
But like I could remove it just for
I have to do that every time I'm building markdown files from scratch.
What? Why every time?
Well, not every single time, but like in some of those logic apps that I've been building that create the markdown, when I want to put in a field and then like it needs to represent, like line 1 has to look like this, line 2 has to look like this, I put in the slash r, but it ends up just being one big long string at the end.
Oh, so it's there twice. I don't know if it's a problem, but... And is that a real thing?
I don't see any other duplicates.
I see someone wrote something in the chat, but right now I have some windows open over, so...
Squint Dev says that Node will work in command, he thinks. And or they think, and then Surly Dev says the echo command doesn't work in PowerShell, it seems.
So program file, and then I have interesting. So when I'm in program file, it's not, it's there. Can you see that? That little thing? It's a shortcut. So it means Node.js is somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because we use NVM? I don't know.
Job in PA says in PowerShell it's get-child item.
We could try that.
For the path environment.
Yeah, and he was right. So I don't see Node.
Well, there's
like Node is not there. But
is this the machine that you recently rebuilt?
Nope.
Can you see the chat? Maybe just copy and paste the suggestion from our friend Job in PA.
Okay, so now I see.
That's just like everything. One big.
Yeah. Warning. Yeah, okay. I want to do it, but I want to pipe that maybe in something else. Come on. Doesn't let me do. Copy that, and let's pipe that into in a file.
I think the syntax is actually
Oh, is it?
path env colon path. Can you see the chat?
Oh yeah. I took the wrong one. Or like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Like that. It's not like that. It's like this. Okay. Whew. And now I need to.
Straight.
Yeah. Too many languages. And so here now we have this file. So let's open that here. It didn't pipe the stuff. It's just the result.
Well, let's see. Man, another day of yak shaving instead of. Do we want to worry about this right now, or we want to do some more work on just learning TypeScript?
Well, like if I
we're in
have
troubleshooting mode.
if I have Node not working, it won't help.
True.
Another way CD environment is path value. Path value is another line. But even now, like I see Node was there twice. I don't think that has a problem though. It just look bad. But here does Node is working.
You get the same thing no matter what, like in PowerShell, in Command, in WSL. When you try to just look at the version of Node, does it always error the same?
Yep.
Have you turned it off and on?
I cannot do that while streaming. But that will be my first reflex. Let's reboot.
Alright!
Hey, thank you for the following. Salama.
Still have our Halloween hats on?
Well, it's still no, it's November.
Yeah, but what are these? Those
Yeah.
look like wizard caps or something.
So is it? See, path is there. Like it says that, you know, do program file and then add nodejs path, but it was there. Okay, so one thing we could do is control panel, system security, system advanced, blah blah, to clean that up. Maybe it's the Black Friday hat. Maybe. Any
Yeah, I
big
don't
buying
what that
for Black Friday, Mister?
Maybe it's not for me. No.
Yep.
Black Friday. No. I don't really get into. I kind of just shop year round.
I shop whenever I want.
Yeah. Black Christmas hats. It might have been. I don't know.
Yes, I was about to say something, but let's not go in politics.
Yeah.
I see. Is it system? Say
What are we
open
looking for?
control panel, system and security. Let's go system. Do I have a system and security?
Advanced system settings.
And then
Should be something inside there for advanced.
Advanced system settings. There it is. And now you go environment variables. And you have somewhere path. There it is. So you say edit. You should call your in-house IT support line. I should. That's funny. Am I at the good place?
Is it not? You're kind of fuzzy on my end. I can't see this. Well,
yeah, advanced environment variables and path. That's where exactly where I was, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you see one for path in there?
See advanced, but path was not all uppercase. I'm not sure if it's a problem or not.
Yeah, that's a good question. I've only ever seen it all uppercase.
Oh no, so that was user. So I have here. Okay, so now I have path here. So let's edit that one. And now, do we see node somewhere? So artists, if you want also have my attention, you could do exclamation point attention, and the CB, the chatbot, will make some noise and write your message. So you do exclamation point attention, and then you write your message. That won't use any cloud points. It'll just straight away use a command and write your message in the screen and do a sound so I get notified. Just FYI, like I have no problem having you spending your points though.
Assuming that we haven't screwed the bot up at some point.
Yeah, but
during the stream,
a bunch of stuff are still working, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Drops working fine.
Drops is not running on my PC.
Oh, okay. Well, I see the to-dos up there.
The to-dos will be there, but like maybe if I try to update them, it won't work.
Mm.
But okay, so I don't see. It's funny how we could see that when I was running the command, but I don't see it here. So I could do, if I do new, and then I need to add, what was it again? It was just this, right?
Are you following along with a blog post or something that you found?
Nope.
Mm.
It's total improvisation. How to screw your machine in 2 simple steps.
Should we back up first?
And now, well, it's there, so I don't need to install it. I could do nvm install and then do 14.15.0. So now if I do node, it's still not working. And here, why it's running the command twice? Like, I know it's tiny in your screen, but you can see, like, you know, it's...
Mm-hmm. No, I can see.
Why, like, I'm typing npm and then it's like pair programming, but there's no working PC. Exactly. Damn it. Okay, so we could switch to Ubuntu. Do I have and continue? Do I have Node installed there? I have, but the old version. Try to put the full path. We can try that. That's
also, remember when we went into the node directory and you saw it's just a shortcut to another place? Did we ever actually go into that directory and make sure that there's something there?
Yeah. When I click, you didn't see it, but I did check.
Okay.
Thank you for the following, Roni VV. It's the cloud with the thumbs up and a heart. So instead of just this, put the real path. So if I do again, so see, like, that's what's in the, although it's node 64, could it be that the problem?
I don't know. Do you see the latest comment to just try to run it from your terminal? Or run node and then specify the path?
Oh yeah, I was like, what? What? Oh, wait a second.
Squint Dev, I think we already...
There's something wrong with my prompt. So let me start that one. Okay, now it's good. So if I do this /node, it doesn't like because of the path, but it's okay. So if I do then something like this, whoops, nope, that's come on, Frank, come on, you can do better than that. Yeah, but it's already there. But I can try artist minute. Like, that's not a problem, I think. Maybe because also, if I look pat again, let's see if I go up a level. It was nodejs here, but then inside there's no node. It's node 64. But the other file are there. The TypeScript, the TS server, the npm command are there. So it's saying node is found, but not when you do npm. No. Node is a term, is not recognized.
Can you pop back into the terminal and do node space -v? I just want to see what that error message.
It's the
It's
same.
the same
Yeah.
as everything else.
npm-v, then it doesn't work.
Okay.
But inside the path, it's there. So it looked like maybe I need a reboot, but I cannot do that.
Yeah.
So we could work from my Linux machine, like in WSL.
Yeah.
That's kind of a alternative.
Mm-hmm. I think that'd be fine.
Use Light Team. You damn Varan. So I'm forced now to use a Light Team. So everybody, take your sunglasses. We're going for a Light Team. Boom! Oh my god. That's your right. You're totally fine with that. Exactly.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too. I have a bad feeling about that. It's pretty cool. Are they real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's cool. It's just like we see whatever, like they are a mirror, so we see a lot of yellow and whatever it is in front of you. That's pretty cool. Oh, it was working. So your app screw up my thing, Jason. It's your fault.
Again.
You screw up my PC again. How could you do
2
that?
Fridays in a row.
Yeah, pair programming with Jason. It's like, you could have a Chaos Monkey or just pair programming with Jason.
That's true.
Getting a monitor 10, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe have to reinstall Node, but definitely need to reboot.
Yeah, reboot I think will fix the problem because I did run the npm version, like the nvm and nvm, and I said install the version, and I said also use, and then 14.15.0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I did an error. It was not that version. Ah, that's new. No, okay. Did I just install a new version? Not node. nvm. No, 14 and interesting. So I didn't have the pop-up before. Maybe I need to open a new window to test. No, node is still not there. Very, very strange.
But what about in your WSL?
In WSL, we'll probably need to install NVM to upgrade because I'm running old Node and I probably don't have TypeScript.
Okay, well we can go over there and break that one too.
Yeah, let's do that. We're
Or-
good at it.
Or we can also like pivot and do something totally different instead of trying to get this thing to work. Like, are there other? What did we do last week? We just kind of went through a tutorial.
Well,
We could
like
do more of those TypeScript specific things.
what I was saying earlier is we could start coding a little bit, putting some code. So we define, remember, in our GitHub project. So let's do one step back and decide just what we want to do.
Right. Exactly. So
In
we got like an hour left.
Yeah. So in Triavia, we had that brainstorm session that we work on, right? So like that was our thoughts, and then we should pull back that page, but we also work on a diagram. This. So we could write those classes. We could wrote them in TypeScript, like just in the editor, without even compiling if we want. Like we don't need anything to do that. I think we learn enough to wrote bunch of files, so we'll make some progress in the game. And it will be game related without, and and if we want to try to do that, then we configure my environment, or we run from your Visual Studio, your environment, compile there, and if you share with me, I should be able to see the output anyway. But yeah, so we could do that. Just create those files in our project and start building things.
Yeah, I think that feels better than troubleshooting for another hour and a half.
Try rebuilding the machine with new hardware. Yeah. No, I did on my laptop. And I was super proud, Jason. I didn't mention that yesterday, but I did call support. In fact, I was just going to the help desk. We have a virtual help desk at Microsoft because I want to see if my installation was compliant with all the security requirement that we have. Of course, it's very strict. So I want to make sure I was compliant with everything I need to do. So I went to the help desk, virtual help desk website, and then I chat with the person. So, okay, can I do a call with you? And you will share your screen, and I will do the validation. And I did everything correct. You look everywhere, say, you did everything. Frank, your machine is awesome. I say, yes, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. So I was pretty proud because, it was not easy. I had
the first one.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hey,
the first one.
The camera might have frozen on the stream.
Oh yeah. I like to do that on me. I need to though it does that also on so I need to do this, and then I need to deactivate it and reactivate it.
Just one of those days so far.
And voila, I'm back.
Yep.
Back, I'm moving. I'm just like, hey, I'm here. So the other way.
Head.
Yeah, everyone is jumping in my face. I don't understand. That's the chatbot right there. The chatbot is running.
There's a ghost in the machine, man.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, that's a good movie. That was did you see it, Ghost in the Shell?
Mm-hmm.
It was a good card. It was a good anime. The movie was not bad. It was good. I think they did something good. The anime is great, but the movie was still good. Okay. So. Oh, that's sad though. So, okay, so I fork it, so at least I could, once I reboot, I will try that, Jason.
We can do that later on.
Yeah. Okay, so now what we want is go back in, so I could close that guy, that bad project. So now we are here in our trivia environment. And we are getting raid. Hello! I will wait just a little bit. Hello, raiders. Well, wait, because when you raid, sometimes you have an ad to watch before.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, some people are in. So, welcome, raiders. Welcome to the stream. I'm Frank Boucher, and with me today I have Jason and the cloud corner up there. My partner in crime. And we are trying. We're trying to break my computer here today because things didn't go according to plan, and it's really hard to reboot while streaming. But we're learning TypeScript. We decided to create a trivia game to play while streaming, and instead of just buying a game and using it, we decided, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's learn. and we decided to go in TypeScript because both Jason and I never did any TypeScript. So it was not enough difficult for us, so we just stack the new stuff. This morning we tried something, and for some reason Node just vanished from my PC. We don't know what happened. We're just like, yeah, it takes, yeah, you know, guys, vacation. Node is already in weekend, in weekend mode. So I don't know what happened, but yeah. So what we are planning to do now is we have, that's our whiteboard session that we did when we were thinking about the game. So like that's all the thing we want. Oh, and like I should also share the where it is because it's in GitHub. It's open source. If you want to participate, you're welcome. Though it's really early, but you know. And last Friday we did some data diagram where we were trying to think a little bit more without thinking too much. No, not true. Not last Friday. 2 Fridays ago. We're thinking about, okay, like what kind of object we want with the relationship. And since my environment now is broken and we're trying to advance, we could run in WSL, but we need to reinstall TypeScript and all those things. So instead of breaking another environment, we decide, you know what, let's do that. So the plan now, I think it's to write those classes, and if we have something, then try to run it somewhere. Git commit, mistakes were made. Codewitchon, you cannot be more exact. Or it could be like Jason was here.
Pretty much. I mean, if you go back through most of my Git commit messages, it's usually like one more time. This is it. Please be the one.
Oh, you think you're alone doing that?
Anymore.
Quick fix number 2.
One more time.
That's the last one. Oh, typos. Another typo. Every commit. Well, no.
I think that's part of the role. I think I knew I was getting myself into that.
You're unreachable up there. Okay, so one thing I want to add is also, because we have in the README, before we go in the classes, and anybody that just joined, like if you know TypeScript, feel free to guide us, because I have no clue how to structure a TypeScript project. So that's also a thing. So one thing I just want to add also is I want to add here, and like that's more than 5 minutes, right? I can go back in a darker theme.
Hey, I just thought of something. This might be testing the bot, but do we want a timestamp?
I think it will crash, but we can try it.
Okay. Well, I just feel like we're switching gears, and that's usually when you like to put a stamp on it.
Yeah. I didn't... Carter team. Oh, Cobalt. That's the one I like these days. Let's try that. So time, writing TypeScript classes. Not sure if it worked because things are not running anymore. Like nothing is running. I need to run the chatbot somewhere or in a container, so we'll be safe.
Mm-hmm. We could do that, I guess, as a separate episode too.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to broke my Docker environment too, Jason? No, it's fine. Okay, so let's just do here. I just want to structure that first README because the other day someone was like, "Yeah, cool. I saw your whiteboard." And I was like, "Oh, did you see the class diagram?" And was like, "Oh no, I didn't see it." So I just want to add a little bit more. So brainstorm session. I could also put my screen bigger. Yeah, that's better, I think. Cool. So brainstorm session. Just put like this, and then another one will be data diagram. Yeah, I kind of knew that.
I think you'll have to remove the spaces from the name.
Well, there's other way to do that, but I will do that because it's
Yeah,
simple.
it's usually easier. Yeah, I think for me.
And usually I also remove the uppercase. I should do that.
Yeah. And if these files ever make it onto the internet or something, like, I think this is sort of the SEO preferred method of naming files.
It's just that Windows won't be case sensitive, and Linux will be. So depending on which machine it goes, you will have issues.
Yeah.
So now I will do that, and it will work. But usually, anyway, the way I do it is I do something like in the bottom of my markdown. I prefer doing something like that. And then you do this like that, and now in the diagram you just do that. And if I check the preview now, it should work. So if you have the multiple time the reference, like all your references are at the bottom of the page. You say, you know, like that's the code I want to use, and that's where you find that thing, and then like in your file you just have references. So
I didn't know you can do that.
So that's usually what I do. And now I know something. Oh yeah, exclamation point. So like you're really defining something here, and
Right.
just now you're just like using it here. Boom. Voila. So now, like, if you need to change the path or something like that, you just do it here. Like, you don't need to search through all the text in your markdown. It's just faster. And it's still working. It's still working. Yay. Okay. So, you know what? Let's quick update readme. Commit that. Commit. Why doesn't want to commit?
I broke it.
No, you're not that powerful. Maybe it's my VS Code that is broken. I don't know.
It looks like our friend SquintDev has successfully deployed the app that we were playing with earlier, the React app. That's what's behind that URL. Nice job.
Yeah, something happened, right? So what did you do, SquintDev? Just like npm start? Throwing shade? Why I'm throwing shade? I don't understand, Kodwuchan. That's cool. So that's the thing. Oh, did you see that? That's pretty cool, dude. Like the rainbow kind of thing in the...
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah, I mean it's simple, but it's well done. I was
Yeah,
even able to look at the code and kind of make sense of it.
I'm not reading the question. I'm just clicking.
Yeah. This is where I was like, okay, 10 questions is too many. So I went in and changed it to 5.
Score 3. Try again. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, so you just did npm start. So maybe I screwed up something by doing the TypeScript command. I don't know what we did to screw up on it, honestly.
I mean, we did not need to run the TypeScript compiler. I think if we started right off the bat with just npm start, we would have had a different result. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know enough to know for sure.
Artist Minute says that my work firewall says that this link is malicious. Well, respect what's your respect it. It was funny. Once a long time ago, I was on a company and someone left the company and like the code was like things went sour and like he left the company and like didn't share codes or whatever. So like they asked me like you need to break through that to kind of get back the source code and things like that. So I said, okay, no problem. I will need to go on, not clean website to get my tools and stuff like that. So can I be whitelisted for a week or something, or can I have another PC? I don't want to be in trouble. And I would like to not be, because the door of the office was facing the corridor, so everyone passing through the corridor, it was like we didn't have like an open space, so every office was torn as a mini open space. So I had like 4 other guys in my little room, but I was the one with the screen in front of the door, so everyone passing through was seeing my screen and was like, may have some explicit ad on the border of the like things like that, and like you never know what you will see. So I would like to have a different spot, have a different computer, and like we'll be able to work or like something. Hey, thank you for the following. I don't know, like Wasari.
Wasari's got a question for you too, Frank.
Yes, I would love to learn TypeScript. Can I dive right into without going to via JavaScript? In other words, any good resources I can start from scratch? Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing. We just started last week, and I know nothing except for what I learned last week.
Well, yeah, you have me who knows a little bit more what I'm doing.
But I don't think, Frank, JavaScript, a knowledge of JavaScript is going to be a requirement. I think if you know JavaScript, you might help, but I don't know JavaScript, and I don't think that's going to be a concern for me. I mean, I know enough. I've been around it enough to make sense of logic, but to sit down from scratch and write something is very difficult for me. So I would definitely categorize myself as a beginner, not really knowing much about JavaScript, but looking forward to learning TypeScript and hoping that will actually give me a better understanding of JavaScript as well. So anyway, welcome, Walid.
So, Wasari, like, do you have any programmation background? If yes, that's good. So you could what we did last week. Last week was we followed this tutorial. I'm just looking through the notes here, and the other one was. Oh no, that was a repo. Intro JavaScript node. Yes, mostly bash them. Okay, so yeah, so if you know how to programs, you could start with TypeScript. That little tutorial will help you to set up your environment and things like that. It's very basic, but it just, like the fact that you compile kind of the other language. I think having some knowledge of JavaScript will help, because then, like, if something doesn't work, you could look at, the code that you generate and see if what's not working. And also, depending on, at some point you may need to have some JavaScript code. Like in a TypeScript project, some JavaScript file could be already existing or just being written and used. Mm-hmm. So it could help, but you can definitely start doing it. Yeah. But if you know Python already and Bash, like you have already, you're not starting from scratch. Okay, so I forgot what I was doing.
Well, we just got.
Oh, I pushed, right? I'm cleaning. I push like I was committing. I commit and I push.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
TBD gamer, welcome aboard.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's going well, sir. We did experiment a few things, and we changed our mindset, broke other things, and Node is in vacation for the next hour, so we decided to just write some classes. So, no, not at this level, at the root level, right? Yes, at the root level, I will create a new folder. We'll call that src for source. Inside that folder, and we should have
all I know is that for 2 streams in a row, we've broken a few things on Frank's machine.
How can it not be Jason's fault?
But my hands haven't been on the keyboard once.
You must know that I spend, like, even if he's like miles and miles away from me, I spend every day chit-chatting with Jason because we're involved a lot in many projects we're working on. So
exactly, John.
Yeah. I was trying last time. How is our structure? Anyone know how to structure a type? Like, I should go just in. What? No. How do you structure a TypeScript project? TypeScript. Oh, yeah, true. I could just do that. Hey, thank you for the following. Oh boy. GVJ Pinto. Welcome aboard. Jason, you don't just have to suffer Frank on his weekly stream. You work with him daily. Oh man, you have my sympathy.
It's true.
You. This TypeScript is also broken. Let's see that. I'm assuming it is. So I could just change folder and go in src, and I could do TypeScript tsc -- init. Yeah, node is not recognized. This is sad though. So yeah, so like usually you do tsc init Jason, that's what we just learned. TSC init, and it initialized the
Every time we make a new project.
well, like, yeah, it will scaffold a few things for you.
Ah.
If you
Okay.
type node cx4, yep, it does.
Can you clear your terminal up maybe and run that again so we can see a little easier on the.
Yep. So if I type what? Oh yeah, CLS, CLR. No, exit. Control C.
What shell are you in?
I was in Node.
Oh, you're in Node 64.
So yeah, so Node 64 works, but not Node. So we did spend a lot of time trying to, like, if I do the path thing, it's working, like it's there, but I don't know, like Node 64. Oh, maybe that's just the thing. Like, let me Google one more thing, Jason. I know you would like to be productive here.
No, I mean, if we're learning new things, that counts. I'm good with that.
Right, so let's do node again because I want the error message. Okay, the term node is not recognized. I want to copy this as a search, and then I want to do node 64. Uptime. I've been streaming for an hour, close to an hour 40. No, 141. Oh, see? Streamlab has that. Oh, it's true. I did fix that. So why Node is not working, but Node 64 is?
Did you see the suggestion of copying Node 64 to Node?
But that's where it is.
Oh, it's already there? Okay.
The problem is I don't have Node. I only have Node 64.
Is this in the WSL, though, or is this in your Windows?
I think it's just like when it called Node, it should call Node 64. Like I should do some kind of link. Because when I look in the variables, I have exactly that, right? The C project file with the Node folder, Node.js folder, but inside there's no Node. It's only Node 64.
Yeah. Do you see the suggestion of copying Node 64 to Node.exe? Just change the file name?
Change the file name?
Well, put that file in there, but call it Node.
Feel like a bad idea, but
Okay, well, don't maybe do that. Also, why are we worrying about this? I thought we were going to move on, not troubleshoot.
but it's just,
Can't resist.
yeah, kind of. So see,
Exactly. YOLO.
so let's copy that file first.
What could go wrong?
Exactly.
You have a fire extinguisher nearby?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we have it now. So if I do node, and it's working now. But it's not normal. I shouldn't need to do that. There's something wrong. Like it was working, and then it was not working anymore. So anyway, so I will Control C this, and I will clear my screen. And now we need to do TSC init. So Jason, just to make sure, you follow me. So when we clone a GitHub repo, inside the GitHub repo we have I'm sorry, I saw TSC init. I will do that one. So inside the trivia project we have that readme that we want to have that, and in our case we have a media folder because that's where we will put our images and stuff like that. If we have a nice logo and things like that, we'll put all those things, and maybe some deployment file, like other files. So I create a new folder called src for source, and now I move my terminal inside that one, and that's where the project will be living.
Okay.
Sometime when we run in Visual Studio Code, you need to open the root level at this specific level, or you need to tweak your configuration file to say, when I say build, don't build at the root, build inside that folder, just as you know. So now I have like the TypeScript compiler, and I do the init.
Does that init run from? You've got it running from within source. Is it run
see
from there?
here,
or is it run from the?
I did change my. No, I'm inside source. Because that's where the project will be living. So
okay, so that's where we'll initialize from, is within source.
Yes.
Okay. Every time.
Like you always do init where you want that thing.
Okay.
And I have no clue like what it did. Did it did anything? It didn't do anything. What's that? I don't have it. I don't have a beep. I have just.
Did it maybe create some hidden files? Some dot somethings.
Let's go see in the real folder, but I don't think so. Dev. I should just do that instead. My brain is not working properly. I don't know why. It was too much challenge today. Reveal in File Explorer.
Projects not initiated.
Yeah. There's nothing. So let's go tcsc and then -- help. I'm assuming there's some kind of interesting. So let's Google that again. So here it was a TypeScript. Drop. Node project. TypeScript. And then project structure. Set up a TypeScript plus Node project. Oh, that looks promising. Project references. Land. See, now CB is not showing up, but oh, now I'm assuming I could restart the bot also, since we fix our just need to go back in my CloudBot and then do npm start.
Hey.
Okay. So the chatbot has been flagged. Let's continue on something else. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll look into that.
Was it maybe when we were changing the ports around? No, that was before that. Before we started seeing that problem.
No, I think maybe when I tried to do the port 500, I hit something. Well, I will have a look.
Yeah.
TypeScript node starter. Come on. How to set up a TypeScript node project? Well, that's what we want to do. Oh, so it does a npm init. Oh, npx tsc.
What's the Y flag?
Where are you? The Y is create a package.json.
The -y at the end of using. Okay, there it is.
Like here, yeah.
Yep.
Using the set up the node package, but that's when you do okay. What? I land on the first day. It's my. I should try to do a start and try to do 3a via not sure if I will broke stuff. I should have done load maybe. I don't know. So here I have it install TypeScript, but we already have that. So install ambient node TypeScript blah blah blah. Create this file.
Don't all projects need the tsconfig JSON file?
Yeah, but when we learn in our tutorial, we create that file manually. But usually you can scaffold, so it looks like. Oh, maybe because if I do that and I reopen it, and which folder am I in? Okay, so let's go into src. Maybe my it was not refreshed, my environment kind of thing. So if I do now the tsc, yeah, right, it's good. TypeScript init.
-y.
It want to do something. Open a file. I'll open a file in Visual Studio Code. Ah, that's so it tried to create. Oh no, it just opened TSC. It's bad. It's a bad. Yeah, that I don't like that. So I'm not sure what we did with the JSON stuff, the node stuff was a good plan. I should roll back that. What if I'm here?
There's a suggestion in chat from Squint Dev.
Go to your root folder, run npm init, run an npm d TypeScript.
Two separate commands from your shell within VS Code.
And you say not in the folder source. I should go at the root. Let's do a clear. Let's do it here, npm, and oh yeah, so now node is vanish again. Oh, PC need to. Yeah, node doesn't like node. Something wrong with node.
It may have been, yeah. It may have been when we also changed the name of it. 64 to.
Look like
What?
I need to install Windows on this machine too.
What if?
So let's experiment. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's go. So this is my Linux environment, my WSL. So I should have a folder called dev here. Oh no, I'm not in the good. So change for the home. Oh, I could go to, oh yeah, I could do that. So cd and then /mnt/d/dev. Can I do that? I think it's uppercase dev though. No, how do you yeah, it's dev. And then I want GitHub. And then we are in fboucher. Oops. And then it's Triavia. And then it's src. Cool. So now we are inside my WSL. No, what's the command here? CLR? No, CLS?
Clear.
Clear?
Just the full word. Yeah, the full word.
Cool. So what I want is to do what it was, install the TypeScripting.
Yeah. Let me see if we can kill another environment.
Yeah. TypeScript. Okay. Get started. Just want to get started.
What if we use that one from last week? Are you just trying to get this WSL installed with everything so we can use that?
Yep, you're right. We had that in the previous notes.
Yeah.
So cool. Here, boom.
Exactly. We're gonna go take a wrench to the WSL and see what we can break.
There it is. So we have it here. So let's run this command: npm install global TypeScript. And maybe sudo, and then this, and I need to remember my password. Nope. Nope.
I'm glad to know this isn't only me who does this exact same thing. Uh-oh. Now you're gonna get locked out.
I got it.
Jeez, I feel like I'm in a hacker scene in a movie.
Oh, did you see my thread? That was funny. On Twitter with what's her name again? And like she was laughing because in a movie someone was hacking like the White House or something like that by editing a CSS file.
Oh yeah.
I was like, like, it's not true. And I was like, yeah, indeed. Like, you need to do that with like
Never heard of a CSS injection?
well, like, that's how they do it for like the real hacker with like a animated GIF or a door that open or like a lock that unlock or something like that. Like, that's like how real hacker are doing it. And then like we bounce like stupid thoughts to each other for a few like tweets. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's destroy your Dubisa. Yeah, no, why not? Okay, so now I should be able to do that tsc -- init and see if it does anything. Haha! So now we have a config file.
Whew. Success.
Like it's all commented, but it's there. I didn't do
Wow,
anything.
look at all that. That's a ton of stuff.
There's a tons of stuff.
Okay.
And I could close that one, and I could do code dot and run remote, right? So now my Visual Studio Code will be from that environment.
Exactly.
Wonderful, wonderful. I told you, like, my hoodie is...
We got the train back on the rails.
Well, like, yeah. I still don't have what I'm looking for, though. Now I have a config file, but I don't have that folder structure that I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I only have, like, a file, tsc.
We need SRC.
No, we are in SRC.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. But now what I would like to know is, like, how do you structure your things?
It may depend on what we're building. I mean, I'm looking at the code.
So it was
another app.
Yeah.
And inside SRC, they've got assets as a directory and components as a directory. But within the SRC file is where...
Well, yeah, we don't know if they were following some best practices or something like that. That's my point. So last time we had like... So see SRC folder, and then like you have an output dir. Last time I think it was just we just called it output out, right? So in our file here, if we open that, somewhere we have out out dir here, and right now it's... So we should uncomment this. And last time for us, it was out. But where do we put the other stuff? Also, last time, remember we had the few component, like we want the thing to not compile when we had error. So one thing I could do here is find back that project. I'm assuming it was in temp, maybe chart s. No, maybe in local.
I don't know if I would have kept it intentionally.
No demo. Whoops. I just had it here. Time trigger GS. Oh, that's not that at all. It's another thing. Where did I put that thing?
Can you, from your VS Code, open recents?
Yeah, but I did open a lot of code since then. But do you have it, or you delete it?
Let me look. I just looked a second ago. And I didn't see anything that looked like it.
Because in 1 week I did work on a few things.
Oh, here we go. Temp.
Oh, TS demo was dev temp.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I have it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I found it too. The no emit on error needs to be set to true, and the source map is true.
Yeah, and module we already had that. So yeah, that was no emit error and source map.
I did notice too in that project I forked, it was using ES3.
Oh. And so source map equal true. So we remove this, and the other one was like something. No emit on error. Interesting. Interesting. It's not there. I will hide it.
I guess that's not an exhaustive list of settings.
I don't know. Cool. But so that's nice, but now like the TS file, where do we put them? Not at the root level. Like I'm assuming there's some kind of structure, right?
Everything we've seen so far seems like it's in the SRC folder, but I don't know if that's like because it's best practice or if that's just the limited things we've looked at.
I just feel like it's because people are doing a demo, so like a lot of time when you do a demo you don't care where the file are, but like when you do a project,
Would it
well,
also
but for now, like let's say we have now like close to like 15 minutes before the end of the show. So what we could do now is just create some file at the root level, at that root level, so at least we have something done today. You know, like we had a lot of done, but like positive done.
end on a good note?
Yeah. So let's go check this. So let's create a question class. So the way we do that is we'll create a new class, a new file, right? So from at this level we'll create a new file. We'll call that question.ts, and here it will be export class question. Not sure if I need to put the marketplace extension can help with the TypeScript. Oh, there's an extension for that. TS syntax. No. Okay, so we save that. Oh, I just said TC. It's TS. My bad. There it is. I'm assuming we should do public. No? No public? Okay, no public. Let's not do public for now. And now we had a few properties. I just want to collapse those things. I'm trying to have, okay, so here we will have the thing, and here we'll be able to see what I'm writing. Okay, cool. So now we want an ID. So it's probably integer? No? Oh, it's number maybe? Or it's a GUID? Do you have a property GUID? No?
What is it in JavaScript?
I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know, my friend. TypeScript, type, GUID. Oh, doesn't exist. Okay, can I just go for integer then?
You're just creating a unique ID?
Yeah, I just want to have a decimal. No, not decimal. Is it decimal? Apparently. Big int.
Decimal.
Maybe big, but because if we have a lot of questions,
Gonna have a.
that's why I was going for GUID, because you know it's big, but
That's true. I guess I was thinking this would be something. Well, no. I felt like this is something the database would have assigned, but
oh, I said number the other day.
until then, yeah.
Oh, and export default. So big doesn't like big. Big has no initializer and is not defined. Is it big int? No, number then. Doesn't like that. Why it worked the other day?
I thought we were supposed to be getting a teletype to help us out. Can you go back to that doc you were just looking at in the browser?
Like when you're building a class,
Big, just says big.
say
Big
here
int.
it's like greeting is a string. So let's start, but you know, if we do that, like that doesn't make any sense. So property question type has no initializer, so it's not defined. Assigned in the okay, because like there's nothing in the constructor. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, if you go back to that blog post you were looking at.
Like there's a constructor where you initialize a bunch of stuff.
Right.
So I need to initialize everything, but like I didn't do it here, did I? Like here when I did create that thing, it did work. Maybe it's module common.js ECMAScript 5. Maybe that's the thing that change. Let's go back in. So module common.js again, and ECMAScript 5 is the same. Maybe or node, because it's a different node version. But no, we are in TypeScript right now. Like there's no node.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so many questions. So I don't understand why like property text is not has no initializer. But I know, but I don't care for now. Like what? Like it could be a warning. I don't understand why it's an error. Maybe it's not an error. No, it looks like it's an error. It's not a warning. I should have like a.
What about putting a var in front of both of those, and then
A var? No. Like we're defining property here in the class. It's not like in a in a text.
It's not.
Because I could do constructor, and then do like if you do nothing, and then have text equal. Does that work? No. Cannot find the name text. Did you mean the instance member? Oh, so this dot text? Oh, okay. Interesting. Really? We need to do that? But we didn't do it last time.
Well, we did like output to log or something, or what was it? Console log.
Oh, last time when I did create my question, it was just export default class question, ID number, string. There's no constructor.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in a folder data. Because in my mind, like you have a structure and you say, okay, like this is my domain definition where you have your objects, and here it's could be the execution, and like you have the structure, and that's what I'm looking for here. And of course, I didn't do my homework and study a little bit more. Okay, well, let's at least have one class done for today. So what else do we have? We have image, value, and category. We have image, value, and category. Category, right? So do 1, 2, 3.
Does category want to be capitalized? Line 7?
Yeah, well, I think all of those should be capitalized, I think, honestly. I don't know.
Cool.
Again, I don't know what...
It jumped out to me. It's the only one that's not.
Like, category, we don't want that as a string, and value, like, it will be references, but since now we only have one class, there's nothing. So, like, let's say we create the question now, question type, then we'll be able to reference that, though we have no clue how to do this right now.
Yeah, okay.
But at least now we have something. Whew. And now if I run my terminal and I do TSC, I have an output and I have a question file. That was GS that was created, and we have now a file. Dun, 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 dun. Do we want to commit the output file? Not, I don't think so. Or do we?
Do we what?
Like want that output, or do we want people to?
All right.
Hey, thanks for the following, AD. Add we're 7. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. your alias, not your name. So maybe, you know, Cloudies, should we include or not the output file inside our commits? I think no. It's kind of the thing you generate. But at the same time, like if you want to ease the stuff for people, like they don't want to have the TypeScript, but then like you have the thing twice. I think I will keep it out for now. Oh, you know what? Let's do, so one thing we could do here is do